Jen and Jason have completed just about all of the painting on the outside of the cabinet, so we can move forward with the installation of our great looking countertop. Hey, it looks a little expensive, but actually it's one of the most reasonably priced countertops that are available these days, and it's called a plastic laminate post form top. Now, we were able to buy it from a counter supply company that actually has a fabrication shop. They did a lot of the work for us. Now, this is a small section of countertop that we're putting on one of the newer cabinets that we installed next to the stove, and you can see how well it mimics natural stone, from the profile on the front to the profile on the backsplash, and the material the homeowner selected here kind of have a combination of a matte and a little bit of a gloss finish with texture. Boy, it's hard to tell that it's not natural stone.
Now, fabrication also included cutting out the hole for the sink so that we're ready to drop it right into place, centered over the window, plumbing right here. It also included cutting our miter cut. What we're going to do with that, that's where we put the two countertops together. If you look here on the back of the small piece, you'll see these four little sections, and this will actually accept a miter bolt. This is what happens. Mirrored on the other side, this catches the other piece. As you tighten it, it brings it in and cinches those two seams together.
And normally you would put the two countertop pieces together, crawl into the cabinet to attach it together. Same way you would do your sink. You put your sink in place and hook up all your plumbing. But we found a nice little trick we learned years ago in assembling as much as we can before the countertop's in place. So we first moved the counter outside where there's room for Alan to show Jason how to install the sink. Stainless steel sinks simply drop into the cutout area, and then clips are added from below to lock them in place. But first, you need to seal around the perimeter with caulk so spills can't leak through. Then the sink goes in and the clips are tightened. You can see how much easier this is to do before the counter is installed. Now it's back inside to add the faucet, another job that's much easier if you're not lying on your back inside a cabinet. For the most part, all of the plumbing, except for the final connections of the water supply lines and drain pipes, can be done on the floor where it's much more comfortable. But when Alan and Jason dry fit this piece, they realize that while it will go in okay, they won't be adding the other piece of countertop until this one's in place. There just isn't enough clearance. So Alan applies a color match sealant to the inside of the miter joint before fitting the two pieces together. Then, with Jason keeping the pieces lined up, he begins clamping them together with the miter bolts. It's important that the two pieces remain flush on the top side as you tighten them up below. Obviously, this would have been much easier if they had done it on the floor, but Alan's under-counter acrobatics have saved the day this time.